So it is a beautiful day here. So today, Maureen is gonna be doing some compost tea and setting up the bales for our bale gardening. So I'm gonna give them some compost tea. We call it compost tea, Poo Poo Juice. And this stuff just works miracles. And it's just so easy to have natural. We just throw our weeds and grass clippings and things like that. And I kept it over the winter. So we're gonna go and open up Pandora's box. I keep one in the front and one in the back. We were doing some weeds, so we've got some new ones. I like to keep a stick handy just to do a stir, and styrofoam, we don't need that in there. This stuff just worked wonders with my plants last year. I think this guy is still growing. So we're gonna take some out. I keep one of these kind of big jugs to get out the compost tea, and then I put it in an old jug like this so it doesn't have the little capper on there, just because you usually get some chunks and that will pour it out. So we will get started. Also, I would recommend making sure you've got gloves on. I sometimes even just put surgical gloves on, but you know, this stuff is just awesome. And so we're gonna just pour it on the plants and just be feeding the soil. So I'm gonna put it everywhere and then refill it with some more water so that it just keeps going. And I'm just using this big tote, which has worked great. If you have a plastic garbage can, there is a few flies now, but in the summertime, the flies just love it, you know, so you have to combat them. Last year with my pumpkin, was going yellow, and pumpkins are heavy feeders. So once I started putting compost tea on it, it just started making a huge, huge difference. So we're gonna do up some garlic here. Yes, it stinks to high heaven. The neighborhood smells totally different when I'm composting. So free is always good. So I have a place up here in my eaves, and you know, I've had people look to see if they could fix it, but when we get a real downpour, it just shoots water, and so I catch it right into my garbage can rain barrel. So we're gonna use this to refill our compost tea bin. So it's great that my garbage can is on wheels, so I could wheel it over. You know, if I had Marissa to help me, then we could just carry it. This compost tea is quite concentrated at this point. And so mostly I was just putting it on the areas of soil so that it's going to feed, and we're going to be getting some rain. But I do have some other plants in the front here that I'd like to water that are, again, heavy feeders, and also to feed over the straw bales. So I'm going to attempt to dump this water into my, and not get it splashed up on me. That's the main thing. No splashing! Ah! Awesome sauce. And I'm gonna just stir it up, throw a stick in there. That'll take forever to decompose. But you know, having these sticks in here does help to separate. But that first stuff was very concentrated. And that just gets me a little bit more to do our straw bales. So straw bale gardening, I haven't done a whole lot of research this year. I did some last year. And they start out with their bales and they begin the decomposition to beginning breaking them down. So basically they sprinkle water over them, and then they put some sort of nitrogen plant food, and then wait a day, and then they do it again. And it's kind of like a 27-day process, but which led me to go and buy my straw bales and put them out in the fall. But I am going to put some compost tea in them. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to do them upright like that one, or lay them out flat like this one. I think I might do the upright, or maybe I'll do a couple, you know, one way or the other. But I am going to put some compost tea in them to continue to add those nutrients into these bales. And then from my understanding of the process is, once they are conditioned and ready to plant in, you would just basically make yourself a little well in the bale, keep the ties on, add a little bit of soil, and then put your starter plant into it. So that's what I'm hoping. And one of the reasons why I wanted to try this, especially with my squashes, is that these bales in the summertime are gonna get really nice and hot. So I've got a few, and so I'm, planning to do pumpkins, watermelon, cantaloupe. I also have just below the potato bin there, I have just compost teed it there. That's where I grew the pumpkins and watermelons, and again, heavy feeders. So I'm gonna be making sure that that compost tea stays good and active and that we keep feeding our gardens. As I always am, very distracted as I'm moving along in the garden, because today was supposed to be refilling the chicken salad bars. That was what my plan was. But because the weather was just so great, and it was like, we did have some rain, but it's starting to dry out a little bit, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to compost tea a few plants. But it's like, I have no place to sit in my yard because everything was put to bed for the winter. So I am sitting on one of the benches that we made last year. So it's like, I should take them all out and get them all set up, make them look nice. Just because it's really nice. I was sitting on that straw bale out there for the last segment, and it was so good and squished down that I had to do the old lady roll over onto my knees just to get up, because I could not get up off that bale. It was a sight to see for sure. And so it's like, Maureen, if you had your benches out, life would be a lot nicer out in the front garden bed. So with last year, with our building extravaganza, this was one of the benches that we built. The second one on the other side here. Yahoo! Oh, they could use a little cleaning. I don't know that I'll get around to, giving them another little coat of paint. But these babies need to go out into the boulevard. I'm very excited about that we built last year. We took a wooden bunk bed, took it apart, used the slats for the bed for the seating, and we built these. So this is very exciting. Brand new unveiling. The table we got this secondhand, great little table. And it's actually good because this planter that I built last year, they're all starting to flower. And so this is good that they get some rainwater and whatnot. I kind of got addicted to buying elderberry plants, so I had them tucked over to the side just so that they wouldn't be so into the rain. So I'm gonna place all those out too. We built these benches up higher, so they're great for long-legged people. So I just thought I'd let you see, this is what my view is. All the beautiful lavender, there's 6 different kinds. And then we have built this bamboo screen. Those are all in pots. I'm probably gonna divide them up this year because they need a bit more room. And then way in the front is Bela, and the benches, we chain them in. They're an area, but I have to just go find the chains. I'm finally going to get the task at hand. We are going to look at the salad bars and change them over because they got a lot of wood chips and stuff in them. Hi, Peach. Hi, Peachy Peach. I got a chicken. And my adult Emily is going to help us. So she's the other chicken mom out here. So she just did a poop scoop, and now we're gonna change these salad bars. Again, last year, Marissa and I built these salad bars, and the idea is because the chickens won't be coming out to the yard and garden anymore once I get it planted. So then we plant wheatgrass and other things within here for them. So these are just simple boxes with some hardware mesh on top of them, stapled on top. And so we're gonna lift them up, clean them off, and then we do have some wheatgrass to plant, and also we're gonna put some seeds. And the wire mesh is to stop them from yanking them right completely out. So anyway, here we go.
Okay, Peachy Peach. Squeeze me, chicken. Squeeze me, chicken.
So last year I used solo cups, which I probably should have done the same thing. Oh, hello! Hi!
Hi, Dottie.
Oh yeah, here, help yourself. Help yourself to some wheatgrass. Oh yeah, you just ripped it up. There we go. That one came out nicer. Just want to get all these wood chips off. That's what I was hoping for.
Excuse me, Meredith.
Oh, he got a big worm. Oh, yeah. Come on, Gertie. Come on, Gertie.
No, you said her name and she ran.
No. No! You're going to try to pick me up. Come on, Gertie. Come get it. You can pull that one out. Come on. Come on, Gertie. Get it. Oh, my gosh. You're going to miss out on it. She took it. You missed it. Scared her.
Yep.
It was a worm. Okay. Oh yes.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Chicken.
You go. I know there's worms. I know there's worms. Can you get the wheatgrass? Chicken's in the way.
Excuse me. Excuse me, chicken. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
No, don't put it down. Remove chicken. Step 1, remove chicken again.
So then I'm just sprinkling them.
Yeah. Soil over top of it afterwards.
Meredith.
I'm out of here. And then you can go and grab the water jug and you can water this one. So many beautiful things are budding throughout the spring right now, and the life just breathes life into each and every cell of my being. I love the freshness of the air and the beauty of all that God has created. Have a great day.